Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Libra 2021 yearly forecast. How are you all doing? I hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is for Libra in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. We're going to be looking at both love and career for you for 2021. So I really hope you enjoy this video. I thought it'd be it's a new spread for me, but I thought it'd be quite interesting, and we are probably all looking ahead to 2021 right now after this year. So let's see what comes up for you. And I just wanted to let you know, I took on the feedback about my volume not being completely loud enough in previous videos, so I've gone ahead and got a little mic hooked up to me now. I really hope it improves things for me, for you to hear me, and of course feel free to leave me a comment and let me know if that has improved things. Anyway, let's get into it, Libra. I'm going to start with asking for some general messages to come forward for you, and then we'll go into a spread. So this is for 2021 for Libra, please. We get some messages for Libra for 2021. Messages for Libra, please. Thank you. Ooh, we get a couple more, please, for Libra. Wow, that's a lot, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Oh God, I'm not gonna give up on this video because what has come out for you, Libra, is too exciting. But I'm so sorry, I proper just knocked my camera over. Just 1 second. Good, okay, that's exactly how 2020 has been going, so sorry about that. Let's talk about this. We had the Lovers come out first of all, so card of Gemini. Look at this, a lot of major arcana. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo, the Chariot, card of Cancer, the Empress, Venusian energy, the Hierophant, Taurus, and the Ace of Pentacles. And I absolutely heard you want all of these for Libra, so I'm going to keep them. So Libra, I mean, in my excitement I knocked my camera over, so that tells you a little bit about what's coming for you. Maybe it'll be shocking, who knows. But well, where do I start? There is a lot of love here between the Lovers and the Empress. This is absolutely stunning energy. It's very beautiful, very nurturing. There's a connection that's like blossoming. And yeah, we've got the Hierophant here as well, so this could be entering, this is quite like a serious relationship that is coming in for you, I would say, Libra, absolutely. A whole new beginning, lots of earth energy I'm seeing, to be honest, with Virgo, Taurus, and this can be Taurus as well, and this Ace of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be with an earth sign, but so it's just very grounded, very traditional, very mature, very established, like a proper relationship. Now it's interesting, this combination of the Hermit and the Chariot. The Hermit is quite contradictory energies, but it could be talking about maybe you've been doing a lot of soul searching about love, or perhaps whoever this is about has been doing that. But it's also talking about coming out of a time of isolation, of being on your own, and using that time to kind of find some answers within yourself, or go on your own journey, even of new awarenesses in some areas. And then this Chariot is forward movement, picking up speed, really gaining momentum, and overcoming obstacles. And I feel like that's talking about you are actually moving forward with some huge new relationship which is going to be growing and blossoming, a very strong love connection between the two of you. Yeah, wow. Whew, Libra. So can we get a few more cards? Doesn't have to be that many again, but a couple more cards for Libra, please, to tell us anything else. Okay. So, all right. Let me see if is there anything else for Libra. Anything else to tell us about? Okay. All right. So what came up here, Libra? We have the King of Cups, and the Devil that kind of came out together. So the King of Cups is talking about a water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be. It is interesting, this combination, because this King of Cups is talking about someone who loves very deeply, and it is interesting. I think I said like a mature relationship. This is someone who's very emotionally mature for sure, but they can also be quite possessive in love. Like once they now that can sometimes feel in a good way. It doesn't always have to be negative. What I mean is that you kind of enjoy being possessed by them. It's very deep, you're swimming in your emotions and your love for them and your passion. And interestingly, this Devil can talk about kind of obsession. So I kind of feel like we're looking at someone here who is completely obsessed with you, who maybe is recognizing just how special you are. Wow. So the other cards that came out, we have the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands. So the Four of Cups, this could have been someone who didn't recognize your value, and maybe they rejected you in the past. Maybe they weren't really paying full attention to you. But now this Three of Wands, someone is really going after what they want for their future, taking every step required to like persevere and go after something. This could also be you maybe are being sick of overlooked by someone else, and now you're really going after what you want for your future. Now that could also be going into like the career side of things, which we'll also be looking at. And certainly this Ace of Pentacles could be about some new opportunity in work, but to be honest, the way it came out with these other cards, I feel like it's more about love. But regardless, you're kind of getting a sense of now either you are sick of being overlooked, or not being recognized, your value, and you're really going after what you want to see in your future. Or maybe you've realized you missed an opportunity with someone after you've been doing a lot of thinking, and now you want to go full steam ahead towards them. Could go either way. Interesting. So my apologies again for knocking my camera over. That is just brilliant. But anyway, let's get into your main spread. So I'm going to be looking at both love and career for you in 2021, spread across different lines, so we can really see it in detail. Now you might, of course this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Libra out there. And you might only resonate with the love side of things, or just with the career side of things, or neither, or both. So I just hope you really enjoy it. Leave me a comment if you do enjoy the video. I'd love to hear from you, and pop me a like as well. So that will ease my bruised ego after knocking my camera over. So anyway, so can I get the top 10 cards for Libra, please? For love and career in 2021. For Libra. Okay, so in love, January to March. Wow, great. April to June. July to September. There's that King of Cups again. October to December. And the overall advice in love. Oh, ho, ho. Libra! Now we have the Queen of Cups on the same line for your love. Wow, that's amazing. Definitely. Big new relationship on the cards for you this year. Okay, work, January to March. Okay, April to June. July to September. October to December. Oh, wow. Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands for the same October-December kind of time. So things could be really picking up speed at that time. And overall advice for your work for the year. Okie doke. Bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is talking about a big ending. This could have been something that you are now kind of facing. I was saying about you're sick and tired of someone maybe ignoring your value, your offer, and rejecting you. And maybe it's now something, as I said, you're moving on from and really going after what you want for your future. So it could be a case of accepting that something is over, and that could be one thing. It could also be that you've recently dealt with some sort of big ending. That may have been what that's led you to go into some sort of hermit mode and sort of take some time alone to do some thinking before, you know, proceeding with anything new. But let's see. Behind that we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is talking about wanting to get on board, wanting to become a team with someone, build something together, wanting to collaborate, and maybe even compromise. But it's also for me about getting advice on what to do next. So you might be asking friends or family, or this could even be at work for advice on your some sort of plan you're trying to make, or someone could be thinking of this about you. So there's the Two of Wands here as well. So a big maybe crossroads moment, some sort of decision. So this could be what you need to get someone's advice about which path to go down next, because you're at some sort of crossroads in life. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Cups. Lovely. So this is talking about wish fulfillment, certainly, but for me it's also about kind of self-satisfaction. It's feeling how can I was about to say satisfied in yourself. That's just repeating the words in a different order. I don't want to say smug. It can be a little bit smug sometimes. It's certainly not necessarily sharing all those feelings with somebody else with his arms crossed. It's quite kind of, no, I'm doing pretty good on my own. So this again could have been the phase you've been going through after this, or still will be going through for a period after acknowledging some big ending. Interesting. So now we have the King of Pentacles here. So you could have been going through, this is Earth again, Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. Doesn't have to have been who you've been dealing with. This can also speak to a committed partner as well. So this could be someone coming onto the scene for you, as I think I mentioned at the beginning. Otherwise, you could have, this could have been how someone who was at who an earth sign could have been treating you, like very self-satisfied, not really sharing, not being really forthcoming with their emotions. Oh, but something's changing now. We have the Ace of Wands. So look at that. You're going from clearly something which is quite a painful ending to some sort of very passionate new beginning. It could also be meeting someone who really represents some sort of wish fulfillment for you, and who really is very stable, hard worker, and reliable, wants to do things traditionally. But amongst all of that groundedness and the emotions, there's passion here as well, and excitement. So looking good. Okay, so that could also be in work as well. The King of Pentacles for me can sometimes represent a boss or like a leader in a company of some sort. So maybe someone who has been withholding sharing some sort of opportunities with you, maybe with that Nine of Cups energy, but now there is some sort of new beginning available to you. It could go that way as well. Let me get you another layer and then I'll go through everything Libra. So can I clarify for Libra, please, with the top 10 cards, what is already laid out for their love and career in 2021, please? For Libra, whoop. For Libra, with the top 10 cards. Okay, so January to March in love. Oh, April to June. Wow. July to September. Wow, look at this. The Devil and the King of Cups came out on top of each other exactly as they popped out together at the beginning. Wow. Okay. October to December. Gosh. And your overall advice in love for the year. Okay. So in work, January to March, you're all right. You're definitely getting noticed. April to June. July to September. Okay. October to December, and your overall advice. Okay. So, wow, bottom of this deck, we have the Knight of Cups, Libra. So this is someone with feelings for you, essentially, or you for someone else for sure. But obviously reverse the roles throughout as we go. That's fine. Energy is fluid, however it resonates for you. So This Knight of Cups character is someone who has an authentic and true, very deep love, but it's very honest. They are very reliable in terms of you can trust the fact that their feelings are honest and pure, and they would kind of do anything for who they love, like even make sacrifices if needs be to show someone how much they love them. Okay, so there is some need for maybe a decision that someone's been trying to avoid making, or even some sort of maybe someone has been feeling these deep feelings but were trying to be in denial about it, almost just like not looking at it, not wanting to acknowledge their feelings that they have for someone. Wow. But the Sun, so there is, this is very positive with the Sun. It could be, that if this person if this is somebody else who's been trying to ignore their feelings for you, Libra, for example, the Sun, you could be really magnetically drawing them in, really looking incredible, really standing in your power and getting noticed in 2021. It's very positive, good fortune, a lot of happiness. They could also just, whoever this is, could recognize that this person that they're in love with makes them very happy, but for whatever reason, maybe it would involve some sort of difficult decision, they were trying not to deal with it. That's an interesting combination. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant again. More Taurus energy, of course, and this is talking about higher levels of commitment, something very traditional, something established, as I said at the beginning. Okay, Three of Cups. So again, there may be the need, this may be someone that you only considered a friend or thought that it was just a friend, and actually they knew that they had feelings for you but were trying not to tell you, for example. I'm getting that quite strongly. So it could be, someone that you know through friends, or someone that you haven't really thought about in that way before, possibly. Let's see, what else is here? The King of Wands now. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like you've got nearly all the signs, Libra, about who you could be dealing with. But anyway, this is also like representing the Phoenix. So, and the Three of Cups can be like a reconciliation, like meeting back up to, have a drink together, enjoy each other's company. So this can talk about bringing something back, rising from the ashes, really passionate again, like that Ace of Wands earlier, wanting to take action to go after what they want. So it could be someone wanting to reconcile with you in some way and try and head towards a more stable commitment with you, or this could just be someone completely new. As I said, maybe someone you only thought was a friend before, who's really actually very passionate and has a lot of feelings for you and wants to go after it now. It's kind of like that, they've come out of the hermit mode that maybe even someone put themselves in on purpose and now is like rushing forward with the Chariot. Okay, so in love, January to March is amazing, Libra. I wish I had any Libra in my chart at this point. So we have the Star card of Aquarius and the Ace of Cups. So this is a new beginning in love, the opportunity of one there, which is going to bring in a lot of healing and real beautiful wish fulfillment here. Maybe someone may also have recognized just how special and rare you are with this Star card. If they're looking at you as if you're a star, they know that, they don't come across someone that they feel this way about, or, you're like a kind of unicorn to them, and they've realized that. There's this beautiful new opportunity in love, a new beginning in April, May and June. So it could go a couple of different ways here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Judgment. So Eight of Pentacles can be you're trying to focus more on work at this time, but it can also be really focused on putting a lot of work and into this love connection. You're very invested into it. But it's interesting with the Judgment card. So that could be that you're just making the decision to really invest in this at this time. But the Judgment card to me is also like a moment of reckoning, or it can be about something from the past coming back. So you could have someone coming back at this time and saying that they want to work on this now, they want to put work and investment into it. Potentially even that if you were dealing with someone in that Four of Cups energy earlier who's kind of been neglecting you, as soon as you have actually a new opportunity, maybe someone is actually coming back and saying, oh, now I want to put the work in, which of course is always the way. Let's get some more information before I say too much more there. And in July, August and September, we have this King of Cups and the Devil combination, as we saw at the beginning, which is great. Re-clarification. So this is when essentially this kind of energy will be very prevalent around July to September. So yeah, as I said, someone really with a lot of love for you, maybe even obsessively passionate about you, or quite, it's just the kind of person you just really struggle to get out of bed with, and in terms of it's just so all-consuming, this love. Now, obviously, I always say with this kind of devil, as much as all this lusty passion can be amazing, it's also can be the kind of thing that if you get too transfixed in it, you don't see the kind of chaos, the effect that it might be having in other areas of your life. So just a little bit of caution, but as I also say, if it's just that, you're really deeply into the love and the passion with someone at this time, then enjoy yourself. Absolutely. So in October to December, when it comes to love, now there is some sort of something coming in. This Knight of Swords is expect the unexpected, and the Tower is pretty much always like a shocking revelation or situation occurring which can shake the foundation in some way of what we knew about the situation so far. So all I can see here is there is a very shocking moment happening for you when it comes to love. Now, someone could be coming in and telling you something. It could be someone else entirely from your connection coming back and communicating with you suddenly, and that's going to be very shocking. But so I need more information on this for you. But yeah, there's a moment at the end of 2021 in terms of love, which it probably leave you a bit like sidelined, like, I'm sorry, what? So your overall advice in love for the year. So we have the Queen of Cups, which is that the divine counterpart to the King of Cups. So I definitely, as I said at the very start, see you entering into a big new relationship this year, Libra. One where there will be a lot of mutual love. It's interesting with this Four of Swords. Now this is talking about the need to not speak sometimes, or to not communicate, to be careful with our words, or even to hold back from communicating rather than causing chaos. This depiction is about this beast that, if it was freed from its constraints, would roar or ravage the world until everything was destroyed. So it's even got this like sword through its mouth, rather painfully, just to stop it from continuing its path of destruction. So very specifically, this is telling me that you may need to be careful with your words at some point to avoid some sort of chaos. So it could even be you potentially at the end of the year, for some reason, saying even something very blunt, or coming forward with some sort of communication to someone in your love life which causes some chaos. So maybe some caution. We'll get some more information yet, but you're definitely going to be feeling a lot of emotion for your person this year. So in work, January to March, you have maybe been feeling a bit stuck in your work, in your career. Maybe you feel like maybe things haven't been progressing for you. But you may be having your mind might be changing at this time, because suddenly you are getting attention, you are getting recognized for your efforts and your value. Your worth is totally being recognized, and that may be kind of changing your perspective on whatever work you're already doing, perhaps. So it's very good though. Overall, whatever's happening there, you're going to end up feeling quite victorious by the end of, say, March. So in April, May and June, feel like potentially you may be getting some sort of offer in terms of work, some sort of communication referring to your career, from maybe something again that passed you up in the past. So it's kind of like you're receiving some sort of offer, certainly, but it can also be about something that maybe you gave up on that idea. The way she's kind of looking away from the sword, because it was something, maybe you were very enthusiastic about it at some point, but it was something you left, a while ago. You kind of gave up on that idea, perhaps, but now it's kind of, there is some sort of opportunity or offer presenting itself, which kind of links back to maybe what you wanted to do in the past, or otherwise just an opportunity that you were maybe passed over for in the past. So in July, August and September. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is being very successful in terms of money. I think this is always a good sign. So work is looking really good at this time of the year for you, Libra. You're very self-sufficient. You're working well independently, especially. And yeah, your bills are all paid. You're doing really well at your job. You're looking great. House is looking great. You've got it under control, which is great. But there is the Seven of Swords element. So you may want to be cautious at this time, because someone you dealing with at work could perhaps be deceiving you in some way. This Seven of Swords is talking about, obviously, deception, lies. It can also be theft as well, or just like very sneaky, backhanded behaviour. Someone thinking they're being very clever and trying to get away with something. So just be cautious at this time, maybe that someone isn't trying to take advantage of your success. Or this could go a whole lot of different ways, or maybe even use the work that you have created on your own for themselves. So in October to December, there is this energy of you could be if this is you, this Knight of Swords in love and Knight of Wands in work, you could be in a very impulsive place. This Knight of Wands really rushes forward impulsively, without caution, without throwing caution to the wind. It's about what they're enthusiastic about. So it can be, with good intentions, certainly, that you could be really going headlong into some new project or something you're very passionate about, or possibly communicating about what you're really passionate about, and then for some reason there's an element of regret. So with this Five of Cups, this is disappointment. So this rushing in, maybe without thinking the whole thing through in a completely thorough way, more meticulous way first, may lead to some sort of regret. So you may want to be more careful at that time to dot your I's, cross your T's in whatever that means of your work, so that you're not left feeling like, oh, I've kind of messed that up, or I've made, this is specifically about regretting decisions as well. So I would definitely recommend caution around that time about kind of impulsive behaviour in your career. Yeah, and your overall advice is interesting. The Temperance card is the need for patience, balance, and balancing your actions and emotions. So it's like directly almost refers to that Knight of Wands I was just talking about, because this is advising, don't be impulsive, kind of go with the flow. So that may be good advice for you this year. But also the Ten of Swords here is about an ending which is extremely painful, because it's some sort of betrayal from someone you trusted very much, letting you down. I feel, to be honest, my gut is telling me this is whoever this is acting the Seven of Swords towards you in July, August, September, could be referring, that may end some sort of business partnership or relationship when you find out exactly what they've been trying to do. So with that, still, remain patient, take, a moment to gather your thoughts, and that will help you when, if any shocking endings, I think it's more in like relationships occur, so in terms of work. So let's get your final layer, Libra, and we'll clarify one more time, see if there's any other messages here for you. So can we clarify for Libra, please, with the top 10 cards, what is already laid out? For Libra in love and career for 2021. For Libra, please. Okay. January to March. Oh, yep. April to June. Okay, interesting. Blah, blah, blah. July to September. Wow. Oh, man alive. I wish I was a Libra. October to December. Okay. And your overall advice in love? Okay. In work, January to March. Great. April to June. Yes, yes, completely. July to September. Ooh, there's that Ten of Swords. Exactly as I was saying, on top of that Seven of Swords, that was kind of getting, that was where that was coming from. There it is on top for you. And October to December. Okay, interesting. And your overall advice in work. Ah, all right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man here. So this is talking about the need to maybe regain some sort of equilibrium. It can also talk about like going through like a training of some sort of body and soul, which is going to only strengthen you for the future. But it's kind of like to gain some sort of spiritual awakening through going through this like endurance test. So that's very interesting. This may be what you've already gone through, Libra. Bear in mind, don't worry if you're like, oh God, what endurance test do I have to do now? I feel like we've all had a major endurance test in 2020. But it has actually, whatever you've gone through has helped you regain your balance. So it's very positive. Wow, okay, so the world here behind that. The world is talking about cycles, chapters in your life ending and new chapters beginning. It is also the sense of complete and utter harmony and, living in harmony maybe with your partner or if you're around in your surroundings with the world in general, and the soul itself. So yeah, I really feel like you may have gone through something quite difficult, especially in love, maybe last year even, or 2020 I mean, but it has allowed you to close off one chapter and start a new one where you're going to be far more in harmony with what your soul needs or wants from love, perhaps. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles here. Okay, so this is talking about generosity actually, and specifically it can be that the other party doesn't really feel completely worthy of that kindness, that giving energy. So perhaps you were very giving to someone in the past, like, unquestionably just you wanted to look after them and that kind of thing, and they perhaps didn't feel completely worthy of that. Or they may now be realising that they didn't really deserve just how generous and lovely you were to them at the time. So let's see, the bottom of the deck. We have the Eight of Pentacles now. So this is great. Whereas that Six of Pentacles, it can be a bit more one-sided for me in this deck. This particular Eight of Pentacles is actually the only Eight of Pentacles I have with two people on the card working together to build their success, their abundance. It's like getting inspiration from each other on their creative pursuits, on how they can create more abundance in their life. So that's great. And yeah, you may have been waiting for that, or you may have been waiting for, I feel like there was someone in the past you were dealing with who you were waiting for them to give equally maybe into this, what you were investing, like for them to invest into it as well, and you were just kind of left waiting. And there's that King of Wands again. I feel like exactly the same position as he was before. So I won't repeat to myself too much, but yeah, a very charming go-getter. This is also like an entrepreneur, the King of Wands, so kind of creative in how he makes his money, quite exciting. So this could even be someone now coming on the scene that you've kind of been waiting for, someone who will inspire you and is very inspirational about how they are successful in work, but also will actually take action and work with you rather than it just being you kind of giving and giving to the other person, even if you felt perfectly happy to do so, but at some point you do end up feeling a bit neglected. So let's go through it one more time, Libra. So at the beginning of the year in love is clarified by the Page of Wands. So absolutely, this is like the spark. Maybe you are experiencing a spark with someone completely new. And this is just, it's beautiful. It's like representing some sort of wish fulfillment. a lot of love, a lot of happiness and healing and excitement and passion here. It could be great attraction. It could be one of those like, you know, I know it's tricky at the moment, so God knows where you're doing this, maybe in the park or something, but you kind of lock eye contact with somebody and there's just that electricity between the two of you. Or it could even, as I was saying, you know, in terms of it being someone you already know, maybe there will just be some sort of flirty communication which you haven't experienced with that person before, and maybe that will be like the spark that actually ignites something in the connection to be a new beginning in love. So in love, April, May and June, we now have the Queen of Cups. So now this is here in your advice as well. And interestingly, just to skip ahead a little bit, your advice is clarified by the Two of Swords. So again, maybe, as I said before, when we saw the Two of Swords, someone, yes, like this person who realised that they had feelings for you, but were trying very hard not to actually deal with it. And maybe this is it. There's someone who has got a lot of feelings for you, again with the Queen of Cups now, twice in this spread. And they are making some sort of decision to about whether to act on it. It looks like they're making a decision to act on it, but that's why they haven't been. They haven't been communicating with you. I feel like this is kind of maybe surprise you when this person expresses their feelings, or it suddenly evolves to that level with this person. Anyway, sorry, that was a ramble. But April to June, I feel like this is you again, Libra, with this Queen of Cups, or you know, whoever you are making the decision about to put work and effort into this. You are actually deciding, no, this is what I want. This connection, this is you are making that decision with this Two of Swords, no longer ignoring it. It is a moment of reckoning to actually invest in this very like beautiful, loving connection. It's all looking really good in terms of love here. So July to September is clarified by the Lovers. Did I mention that you might not be able to get out of bed with this person? Because, yeah. This Lovers card is sweet because it's representing them standing strong whilst the winds of change blow, certainly. But I always kind of get that, I haven't seen this with this card before, but you know what I was saying here about like you're not going to notice maybe if the like that your rest of your life is thrown into chaos because you're so like madly in love with this person. But I also feel like maybe this is like, guys, there's kind of like you're in the middle of a storm now and you're like, I don't care, I just want to keep kissing. That's just, yeah. I hope that is the case for you, Libra, but that looks really positive. I mean, the Lovers obviously popped out at the beginning as well. All of these cards came out at the very beginning for you, so you're just going to be in a very strong romantic place in your love life, July to September. End of the year, October to December, is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So that's interesting. The Seven of Cups can talk about a choice and like having options. But it's interesting because this is also talking about someone. This particular Seven of Cups is talking about asking for inspiration about how to deal with a situation, kind of going to someone maybe more experienced, maybe even a little bit intimidating. Who knows if it's the mother-in-law or something? I don't know. I'm in a weird mood all of a sudden, Libra, so I apologise. But perhaps coming forward and asking for advice on how to, admitting, I don't have all the answers. I'm willing to learn. Being very humble about it. So let's see. I mean, this could be if some sort of shocking thing happens. Maybe that is how you will basically. That's a way that you can get through it, Libra, is by asking others, maybe more experienced, for advice. It also may be that you need to maybe seek counsel about whether to come in and say something which could cause a lot of chaos, potentially. Could go a few different ways. Please, if you remember this video in like a year's time, do leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated. So your overall advice for love, I feel like, to be honest, it's kind of what I was saying about someone has actually, their feelings have been growing and growing for you, and they haven't told you before. and they've been trying to ignore it, but this particular Two of Swords is making an objective decision. So it might also be, if it's nothing to do with that, it may just be recommending for you, if you before you say something that you end up regretting, maybe like in a very moment of passion, you just you say something a little bit cutting, even with that Knight of Swords maybe, then just try and hold back and think about things objectively before you make that decision or say that thing. So yeah, again, could go a couple of different ways, but looks like you're going to be having basically January to September looks absolutely amazing in Love, Libra. That probably the best I've seen so far for all the signs. So let's talk about work. Again, very good. January to March is clarified by the Eight of Wands. This is fast-paced communication coming in. So yeah, I feel like you may start the year feeling like you're just same old in work, and then actually you are recognized for your value, and suddenly, you know, you're exchanging communication with maybe lots of different people or different departments at work, and things are really, there's no hassle here. You're kind of going with the flow, and there's a lot of success here for you. In April to June, yes, it's clarified by the Page of Pentacles. I feel like another sign got exactly the same combination at some point in work. I'm sorry, I can't remember which sign it was, but it just reminded me, because both of these cards, I was like, they're both looking away. Oh no, it was the Ace of Swords in the middle, I apologise. So, sorry, ignore me. But this Page of Pentacles is looking back specifically at some sort of opportunity that they had in the past, or something that they still have curiosity about that maybe they left in the past, and considering whether to send a message. You might, if you're getting an offer, you might even be deciding whether to reply to it with that message coming in, that you're not sure whether to give it your full attention or not. But it's definitely some sort of, either if it's not a past position, it is a past like sort of passion in your career that you are reconsidering at this time, and maybe communicating with a company about. In July, August and September in work, yeah, exactly as I was saying in terms of be careful, because this Ten of Swords is clarifying this here. So if you find out that someone has been deceiving you that you work with, then, or you know, maybe some sort of partner at work, then I feel like that is going to be quite painful to acknowledge this, but also it may cause some sort of ending in that relationship with them when you find out that they've been going behind your back. I don't like this at all, Libra, so I'm sorry to see this, because this Ten of Swords is talking about someone who's actually been stabbed in the chest 10 times, but they haven't recognized it yet. So I feel like you don't know that someone may have been screwing you over in some way at work. You're working very hard to, you know, do everything, and you're being very successful, but this can cause people to be jealous, or, you know, want what you have and this kind of thing. So I'm really sorry, but just definitely be cautious around this kind of time, because there's someone here who certainly doesn't have your best interests at heart, and you may feel like you can trust them up until you find this out, and it's going to be quite upsetting, I would say. In October to December, again, interestingly, is clarified by the Six of Cups, so the same as that kind of whatever past position or past passion, again at the end of the year. So you may, and now the Knight of Wands is all about your passions, and this Six of Cups is specifically more talking about, rather than offer, it's something you wanted to do when you were little, kind of like what I want to be when I grow up kind of thing, or even if it's not that far back, it's just what did I want to do before I had to focus on paying all the bills, you know what I mean? So you're definitely reconsidering this again at this time. This could be like what you're wanting to rush forward and actually grasp, maybe as a catalyst, this deception, this ending, you're like, no, you know what, I want to go after what I'm really passionate about at this stage. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I would just say this Knight of Wands is a bit not too not, oh, how can I put this? I haven't really said it. Just doesn't think things through completely well, and then that can backfire. And then as fast as you rush in, it has to rush out, back out again. So rather than trying to avoid this disappointment, you may want to be cautious. The other thing, it may be that you're just so disappointed by what's happened, maybe even in the recent past in work, that you're now going full throttle ahead for that previous passion that you had. Maybe if you're just thinking about it earlier in the year, but you're not fully, oh, maybe I should go for it, maybe I shouldn't. I don't see like you taking it necessarily a risk. There's no like fool card here and going off in a new direction. So maybe it's just in the back of your mind that by the end of the year, you're like, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm going after what I really want to do. And your overall advice, yeah, exactly. Go with the flow, have patience, try not to be too impulsive. You will need to go with the flow of the year for sure in terms of work. But this is clarified by this 8 of Cups, and this particular one is someone who's retracing their steps. So it's something that they walked away from in the past. They're actually returning to it. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but as I said, I feel like you may actually be balancing yourself out, dealing with some sort of betrayal, which may cause an ending in a relationship and work, and that may be the thing that actually makes you go, no, I'm going back to what I really want to do. So yeah, but I feel like even though this is quite a hard energy here, this Temperance is a very, it's kind of like a divine, it's such beautiful like angel wings here, I was just guided to look at as well. It's just, I feel like, someone is looking after you here. So even this is quite hard and difficult, it might also be guiding you back to where you really should be. So yeah, Libra, that's what I've got for you. What an exciting reading. There was cameras, tripods flying everywhere, and me just generally being in a tiz, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit me a like, leave me a comment, and please subscribe. I'll be back to do the January general love readings quite soon, and as the channel grows, I hope to do some more bonus readings as there's like demand for what I'm doing next year. I just wish you the most amazing 2021 and enjoy the end of 2020 as much as you can, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Libra. Bye.